Imagine balancing a demanding job in the army while finding time to unwind and do the things you love. Let me take you through a day in my life, where I manage everything from work to hobbies and spending time with loved ones. Stick with me, and I'll show you how I make it all work. My name is Jasmine, and I am 28 years old. I work in the army, and I wear my uniform every day at work. My job can be tough, but I love serving my country and protecting the people. After my shifts, I like to relax and do different things. In this story, I'll share how I spend my free time. On weekdays, my shift usually ends around 3 p.m., and that's when I get to take a breath and unwind a bit. After a long day of hard work, it's important for me to clear my head, so I often go for a swim. The water feels so refreshing, and it helps me disconnect from the stress of the day. Swimming gives me the space to focus on my breathing and the rhythm of the strokes, which really calms my mind and relaxes my body. It's the perfect way to recharge after hours of being on my feet. Once I'm out of the pool, I like to spend some time drawing. I've always had a passion for sketching, and it allows me to express my creativity in a way that feels peaceful and soothing. I especially enjoy sketching landscapes, as nature always inspires me, whether it's a serene mountain view or a bustling city street. I also like to draw everyday objects that catch my attention, like a cup of coffee, a book, or even something as simple as a tree in the park. It helps me focus my mind and gives me a creative outlet where I can lose myself in the details. I usually spend about 30 minutes drawing before heading to bed. During this time, I completely immerse myself in the process, forgetting about the world outside. It's my way of winding down, letting go of any tension, and just escaping into my own creative world. By the time I finish, I feel at ease and ready to relax for the night. On weekends, I have the luxury of more free time, which I look forward to all week. Unlike the rush of weekday mornings, I allow myself to sleep in a bit longer, waking up around 10 a.m. The extra rest feels refreshing, and it helps me feel recharged for the day ahead. Once I wake up, I take my time getting out of bed, stretching, and enjoying the quiet of the morning before the day truly begins. The first thing I do is make myself a simple but satisfying breakfast. I love starting my weekend mornings with a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh fruit, like berries or banana slices, and a hot cup of tea. The warmth of the tea and the hearty oatmeal set the tone for a peaceful day. I find that a nutritious breakfast not only fuels my body, but also helps me mentally prepare for whatever I decide to do next. It's a small but important ritual that gives me a sense of comfort and structure. After breakfast, I head outside to enjoy some fresh air. One of my favorite weekend activities is going for a bike ride. There's something incredibly freeing about being on two wheels, feeling the breeze on my face as I ride through the streets or along quiet paths. Being outdoors helps me feel connected to nature and gives me a sense of peace that I can't always find indoors. Whether it's the sound of birds in the trees or the rustling of leaves in the wind, it's a perfect way to escape the usual hustle and bustle. Sometimes, I like to ride alone, especially if I'm in the mood for some quiet reflection or just to enjoy the solitude. However, more often than not, I invite a few friends or fellow soldiers to join me. It's always great to have company, and the bike rides turn into fun little adventures. We chat while we ride, talking about everything from work to personal stories. And it's a nice way to catch up without the distractions of our usual busy lives. There's something about riding together, side by side, that makes the experience even more enjoyable. We often stop at local parks, take a breather, and share a laugh before continuing on our journey. I find that these bike rides are not just about exercise, but also about taking the time to appreciate the simple moments and the company of good friends. It's a great way to relax and reset for the rest of the weekend, and it always leaves me feeling refreshed and ready for whatever comes next. Sometimes, when the weather is nice, I meet up with my friends for a picnic. It's a simple yet delightful way to spend a relaxing afternoon. We choose a local park that's not too far from where we live. The park is quiet, with plenty of open green space where we can lay out blankets, stretch out, and just enjoy the outdoors. The best part is, we don't have to rush. There's no set schedule, just a few hours to unwind and catch up. We often bring homemade food with us, freshly made sandwiches, salads, and some sweet treats to enjoy. It's amazing how much better food tastes when it's shared with good company. We laugh and talk about everything under the sun, from funny stories that happened during the week to our future plans and dreams. These little moments of connection are precious to me, and I always leave feeling recharged, with my heart full of joy. In the afternoon, I make it a point to visit my family. I live with my parents and my younger sister, and there's nothing I enjoy more than spending time with them, especially on weekends when everyone is free from work or school. We share a sense of closeness that makes the time we spend together so special. On weekends, we often have lunch together, which is a tradition I look forward to every week. My mom usually prepares something comforting, like her famous stew or a big roast, and we all sit down at the table to enjoy it as a family. As we eat, we talk about our week, what went well, what challenges we faced, and funny moments that made us smile. It's such a comforting and grounding experience, and it makes me feel so thankful for the family I have. Our conversations often go beyond the surface. Sometimes we dive into deeper topics like life goals, dreams, and things we want to accomplish. I find it so valuable to hear their perspectives and share mine as well. My younger sister and I like to exchange stories about our different activities or plans for the coming week. These moments of connection remind me of the importance of family and how much they support and love me, no matter what. After lunch, sometimes we sit and watch a movie together or take a walk around the neighborhood. It's these simple, laid-back moments that make weekends feel so special. I always feel a deep sense of happiness and gratitude after spending time with my family. On Sundays, I like to take my time and focus on one of my favorite activities, cooking. It's something I truly enjoy, not just for the food, but for the whole experience of trying new recipes and creating something from scratch. I often find myself browsing through cookbooks or food blogs in the morning, looking for something fresh and exciting to make. I love the process of experimenting with new flavors and techniques, and it feels so rewarding when everything comes together perfectly. Cooking for my family is one of my greatest joys. The kitchen becomes a space of creativity and love, and I get to share it with the people I care about most. Sometimes, I invite my parents over to cook with me, and these moments are always so special. We work together in the kitchen, chopping vegetables, stirring pots, and laughing at our little mistakes. It's not just about the meal, it's about the time we spend together, the stories we share, and the memories we create while preparing the food. After all the cooking, we sit down at the table and enjoy the meal we've made, savoring the flavors of our hard work. There's something about homemade food that brings us closer, and it makes the weekend feel complete. In addition to cooking, I also make sure to stay active and healthy, which is why I practice yoga regularly. Yoga has become an essential part of my routine, and I try to do it 3 times a week. It's my way of reconnecting with my body and mind, allowing myself to slow down and focus on the present moment. Whether I'm practicing a gentle flow or a more intense session, yoga helps me to release any tension and clear my mind. I love the calming effect it has on me, and after a good session, I feel stronger, more flexible, and at peace with myself. The best part is the feeling of balance it gives me, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Yoga has taught me how to be more mindful and how to listen to my body, which has helped me maintain a healthy lifestyle both inside and out. After each session, I feel a sense of happiness and contentment, knowing that I've taken care of myself and can approach the rest of my day with a clearer perspective. One of my favorite ways to spend my free time is by watching documentaries. I have a deep love for learning, and documentaries are the perfect way to satisfy my curiosity about the world. I particularly enjoy those that dive into history and science, as they give me a chance to explore different time periods, cultures, and groundbreaking discoveries. There's something so fascinating about watching real-life stories unfold, and I always find myself captivated by the depth of knowledge shared. Sometimes, I watch these documentaries alone, letting my mind wander through the fascinating facts and stories. Other times, I invite my friends or family to watch with me, and it becomes a shared experience that leads to great conversations. We often find ourselves discussing what we've learned, whether it's the ancient civilizations, groundbreaking scientific discoveries, or remarkable human stories. It's always interesting to hear different perspectives, and these discussions often turn into deep, meaningful talks that help me see things in a new light. When I'm not watching documentaries, I love listening to music. It's a big part of my life and helps me connect with my emotions in a way that nothing else can. My taste in music is quite diverse, but I have a special fondness for jazz and classical music. I find jazz to be soothing yet energizing, with its smooth melodies and improvisational style. Classical music, on the other hand, has a timeless beauty that always brings a sense of peace and tranquility. I often listen to these genres while I'm cleaning my house or driving to work. The music fills the space around me, creating a calm and peaceful atmosphere that helps me focus on the task at hand. It's almost like the music becomes a companion, providing a sense of comfort and relaxation, especially during busy or stressful days. Whether I'm tidying up or commuting, the right music has a way of making me feel more centered and at ease. Sometimes, when I'm feeling a little down or overwhelmed, I'll turn on some of my favorite jazz or classical pieces, and the music has a magical way of calming my mind and lifting my spirits. I find that music has a unique ability to change the mood of any situation, and it's always there to help me relax and feel calm, no matter what's going on around me. In the evening, I sometimes take a relaxing bath after a busy day at work. It helps me unwind. I light a candle and listen to calming music. It's a peaceful way to end my day. On some weekends, I go shopping. I like buying new clothes or shoes, especially for my job. I also enjoy looking for new books to read. Shopping is fun because I always find something new and exciting. When I have more time, I like to travel. I enjoy visiting new places and exploring different cultures. Last year, I went on a hiking trip with my friends. We hiked through mountains and enjoyed the peaceful nature. Traveling helps me relax and recharge. I also like to spend time with my pets. I have a cat named Luna. She's very playful and loves to sit by the window and watch the birds. I enjoy spending time with her after work. One of my favorite things to do is go out to eat. I love trying new restaurants and tasting different kinds of food. There's a great vegetarian restaurant in the city, and I go there with my friends sometimes. The dishes are delicious. Sometimes, I stay home and relax. I enjoy quiet evenings when I can read a book, watch a documentary, or listen to music. These moments help me recharge and feel ready for the next day. I also enjoy volunteering in my free time. I help with local charity events, like organizing cleanup drives or food banks. It makes me feel good to help others, and it's a nice way to spend my time. In conclusion, I truly enjoy my free time because it allows me to do a variety of activities that make me happy and help me unwind. Whether I'm spending quality time with my family, catching up with friends, staying active through exercise, or volunteering to help others, each of these moments holds a special place in my life. My free time is incredibly important to me, as it provides balance and peace, helping me recharge and feel fulfilled. It allows me to disconnect from the pressures of work and focus on what really matters. By dedicating time to things I love and enjoy, I feel more energized, centered, and ready to give my best when I return to my job. I always make an effort to make the most of every moment, cherishing the little things that bring me joy and help me stay grounded. It's these moments that keep me motivated and give me the strength to keep going, no matter what challenges I may face.